well. Come. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, honors, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rakak Wadash. I want to give double honors to the sincere elders and apostles of the Great Millstone, because that's where I learned this truth from. And I want to give double honors, the Water King, Shalom, Yawanathan, Yahbashim, Yahshua, Barakatah. And I want to give double honors to all the other elders who's in the same doctrine, which also are telling us and giving us, which is through the Spirit of the Lord, when they go, that non-stop energy. And then you see, like, and for real, because look what's going, day by day by day, prophecy is increasing. And the Lord is putting it on his men to make sure, because now there's so much things to be reported on, so the Lord's having his men speak in the spirit of truth. And so we have a lot of men that are scoffing in that. There's in particular some people now they're making it like it's an inside joke because we say that non-stop energy because we're not praising and kissing the way they wanted to be. But that's okay. Let the Lord destroy them unless they repent, because we're not supposed to be scared or what's going on or what's happening, because we're speaking in the Spirit of the Lord, and we're going to keep pushing that non-stop energy. We're going to keep pressing that, and then they take these little wins by mocking and all snickering, being slothful as hell. Who cares? Shalom, Lab, Yahbashim Yahshua Barakatah, Heart of David, Shalom, King. Beautiful lesson again today. Satan. This is 1 Thessalonians, because look what's going on. All this prophecy, all these things that are going on, and other people are worried about difference because some men are more on fire than others, which it doesn't matter. But you being slothful, it does matter. This is 2 Thessalonians, but this is what we're going to do. I'm going to start out chapter 2, verse 1. For yourself, brethren, know our interest is in you, that if we were not in vain, but even after we had suffered before, because this is what we're going to do. We're going to suffer a lot of things going in this truth. And we suffered before. Our apostles suffered before. All men that have went in this truth have suffered. But we keep continuously and push it on. We're doing it for a reason. We're not doing it for ourselves. We're doing it because the Lord put the Spirit on us. We're doing it because that's the only thing we know how to do. The Lord created us for one thing and one thing only. Let's grab that. Come on. How does it go? Con. Oh, no. Trying to go in the... let me grab it. Slap you. I thought I had it, but I forgot it. Let me grab it. Brothers, do you know that scripture is we suffer? I think it's in Timothy. We suffer all things for the elect's sake. All right, I got it. This is 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 10. That's what I was doing. Therefore, endure all things for the elect's sake, that they may also attain salvation, which is in a Mashiach Yahushai, which is in eternal glory. So we're going to be called fools. We're going to be looked at. We're going to have people that have little side jokes saying about the non-stop, the Spirit that the Lord has put on this earth at the end. They're showing that these fine-tuning, we're going to be suffering all these things. We're going to be suffering everything you go through your life as the Lord is putting forth. The Lord is putting it for a reason. So you're able to teach other men, and you're able to have that hard spirit to be able to guide them in those times of ending and in these times now. So we suffer it all. So continuing, verse 2, again, 1 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 2. But even after we have suffered before, and we were shamefully entreated, look at, as the prophets before, they were even in the times of Acts, it was called nigger, black, which is it. They were called Mashiachim. They are Christians. They said followers of joking around, saying stuff that actually is gonna stick. Shalom malak la'ab yahbashim yahshai brakatah. They were called that Yahushua had the spirit of the devil. They were doing all these things, saying, look at these men. You surely shall die shamefully. And what did Yahushua win? He was measured and put on into what's it called? With the thieves and murderers. That's what they did. But as we do, as ye know, at Philippi, we will bold in our Lord to speak unto you the gospel of God, which is much contention. For our exhortation was not of deceit, nor of uncleanness, nor of guile. Telling it straight how it is. We're telling people that this is what we're in a time where, when have you ever seen at any time of the earth, a hurricane is hitting on both sides of the earth? And we know how the Lord persecutes these people. Let's grab it. You know how the Lord persecutes men that don't. He puts his plagues. He puts all these things upon the earth. Let's grab this. This is Psalm chapter 83, verse 15. So persecute them with tempests and make them afraid with storms. So he's making people afraid. So now we're seeing it's a Hurricane Lee, and I think the other one was a joke. But the one in the West Coast, it might not hit. It's right past. But it can also keep going, and it can change direction. But the one in New York is definitely going to hit, and they said it might be a Category 5. The last time I checked, earthquakes in Marco. All these things that are happening, that we telling them straight up that you just got to get right. Where the Lord put us, that you just got to get right. And then what is the Lord also doing? He's showing signs. He's giving men signs, doing like what right happened. I was watching the elders, or I've been watching a lot of brothers lately. People are entreating them. They're giving them snacks. The elder, they just gave him the cheddar biscuits, some water. So they even gave him food and drink. And just as the Lord showing it, at that time, what is these men going to have? Shalom Ashrakat Yahbashim Yahshai Brakatah. I'm going to grab this. They're giving all these things. This is Isaiah chapter 65. Verse 13. Verse 13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, behold, my servants shall eat. And so it's going into times that gas is going up. People are struggling to pay groceries, but they're still having the kindness of their heart because of the Spirit of the Lord to bring forth food to men that are preaching this word. It's been a lot lately. And so are they scoffing? Because they see the power of the Lord working. They're seeing men going out there. So just as the Lord say, Therefore, thus said the Lord, behold, my servants shall eat. So its times are showing us a sign that the Lord's going to feed us. He's going to have these people entreating us in great time. So even if we're going through these persecutions and we get mocked and joked by, what is that going to do? That's not going to do nothing except put the people that are mocking us on to death. But ye shall be hungry. That's what's going to happen to you because you've forsaken the Lord. You've forsaken the Lord's men. You did all the things of what you were trying to fulfill. You couldn't take rebuke. You're going to be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink. So the elder got water. Every day lately, someone comes and brings me water. What happened? Malak La'ab the other day, he got $100. Look at all these things that the Lord's men are getting entreated. More and more, and it's going to be even worse. When the lights come off, like brothers are going to be like you got to understand, you ever watch post-apocalyptic movies? when you go in situations, who said they're always looking for that person that has the information. Well, if you're out there and speaking the truth, you're going to be that one. So they're going to be thinking you as a myth. But no, we're not a myth. We are the servants of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. And if you want to come to the Lord is going to have to sanction that. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but we shall be ashamed. Shalakia, I read it wrong. Slipping the tongue. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servants shall sing in joy of heart. So now you're seeing a lot of brothers going out, even more. But even in that time, we're going to be singing more because we see these plays hidden. And every time Morocco, 1,000 people died, brought tears to my eyes. Man, it was a beautiful time because we know the salvation. Let's grab that and I'll go back to it and then I'll go back to where I started. Because we know every plague, every judgment, everything is bringing one day closer to the Lord's deliverance. The Lord delivering his people out. It's Romans chapter 13, verse 11. And that, knowing the time, that it is high time to wake out of sleep. So we know that. And we see all that stuff. So get up. Put forth that nonstop energy. Because we know that it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. The night is far spent and the day is at hand. The day for us. Nighttime for Esau is going to be a very horrible time. But that's why we work in the day of Esau's kingdom, because at night, when their nighttime comes, what is going to do? They're going to be destroyed. Shalom, Sasir, Nash. I always get it. Nash. I know, man. Can you put your name on the comment board? I know it's Nash or Posh, but I always pronounce it incorrectly. So, but Esau's night is coming. And the day of our people of the Lord coming and delivering us out of that time, and the day of trouble, it's going to be a very horrible time, but we're going to keep rejoicing. Because when we see that evil on the earth, we know that, man, the Lord is really, really about to come. Because there's nothing that's going to touch us. Everything. Not Quanyum. Man, on Salakia. Yes, the water, Yabashmi al-Shar Brakatah. I probably pronounced it wrong too, man. I'm working on my Hebrew, Lord willing I get better, man. I'm not like how other brothers, they're like fluent in it pretty much. Let us therefore, but you got beautiful lessons with that, brother, with the and your personal lessons too. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness and let us put on the armor of light. So that's what. And when we have that armor of light, now we're a servant unto the Lord. And so continuing, behold, my servants shall drink, but your heart. So, my servants shall sing from a joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirits. It's like, man, I was really just scoffing, or I really just let these people walk by and not do anything, or even listen to the word, even if I heard it, I seen everything happening, but I just walked by. Or if you one of those wicked men of the circumcision, I was just scoffing. I was doing everything, trying to put forth my energy. I got offended because they told me that I need to start putting more effort into it, that I needed to put on that nonstop energy. But no, I just wanted to be a slacker. Shalom, Matthias, Israel, beautiful priestess again yesterday. You got a way that I can get a hold of you, phone or gram. I put it in on the comment board. I put it on my. I will put my phone number on it at the end of this video. I'm gonna put it on there on this comment board. Pretty much. But if you got, because I don't remember, I just put my Instagram down. Let me just double check what it is. Yeah, just at the end of this video, just comment and comment on it, and then I send it to you because I don't know how to read it. This is the Shalom Kanoi Alayal Yaba Shimal Sharbrakata Shalom King. This is by the rivers of Babylon, where we sit down, we weep, we were remembered in Zion. That's a scripture, and that's also a song. I already heard it's an old school song, but let me grab that. Where is that in? It's in song. Slakia. This is Psalm chapter 137, verse 1, from the brother Mananias. By the rivers of Babylon, therefore we sat down. We wept when we remembered Zion. And so we understand that, what is Zion? It is the monument of the Lord, which is his people, the government that he's setting up, which he was going to, at the end of, what is it called? At the end of this time, with Yahushua being at the head, that chief cornerstone of the house of David. But we weep, we remember how good we had it, how good, and what was coming before now, what's coming now. We weep, because we hung on harps upon the widows in the midst thereof, singing. Even in the time, we didn't know who we were, but even in slavery, what we were doing, we were seeing those Negro spirituals. We were singing stuff like that. We were speaking to swing low, sweet chariot. We're seeing all that stuff because we're remembering the time when we were not in captivity. And that time is when we are united with Yahushua. For there they that carry us away captivity required us a song. They that wasted us required us of mirth, saying, sing us one of the songs of Zion. And so it goes deep in this. Khan, the water king. Yeah, Bashim. It goes, because that's what we're doing. We're crying. That's how the Lord is separating the difference between the ones that are for him. That's how he's separating. He's united. That's how he's marking and saying the difference between people. Let's grab it. This is Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark. So in the midst of the city, in the midst of Jerusalem. And Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. He didn't say go to a particular city. He's talking about our people. Because every other people, other nations, they're going to be put into subjection and in slavery. But in the midst of Jerusalem. And set a mark upon the foreheads of the man. So a mark, that spiritual mark, which is not the ones that people are saying. How shall we sing a song in a strange land? Yeah, come on. Well, let me finish that. And set a mark upon the forehead of the man that sigh and that cry. This is what we're doing. This is now we see all the abominations on this earth. We see everything that's going on. We see that the Lord is, we're seeing that the Lord is putting judgments upon this place. We see the wickedness of our people, the wickedness of Esau, Edom, and we're crying unto him. And now the Lord gave us this song that he put through the Spirit of the Lord that we're singing. And our people are not harping onto it. Let's grab that. And then I finish that. Let's lock it. That just threw me off. This is Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 31. And they came upon thee as the people cometh, and they sat before thee as my people. And they hear the words, but they for with their mouth they show them much love, but with their heart they go after covetousness. And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song that have a pleasant voice and can play well of an instrument, for they hear the words, but they do them not. And then when it shall come to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet has been among them. But that song, the song of Moses, the time that it's going to be, and now it's going to be a new song that we're going to be speaking in that time when we get delivered. but of the deliverance of our people. Because this whole scripture, when you're in the scriptures in this book, it's a song, it's a play unto the Lord. So continuing. Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4. And set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that have been done in the midst thereof. And to go into the other, he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite, and let not the eye spare, neither have ye pity. The ones that heard the song, heard all these things, and they just couldn't harp onto it. They said it with their mouth. They said, yeah, I praise the Lord. But they didn't show forth action. They didn't show brotherly love. They didn't show forth if they had the spirit of prophecy and to be on the streets, to be going out and teaching. They didn't show any of that thing. They were saying they heard the song. They said they were weeping for it, but they actually were in comfortability. They actually just wanted to become a rapper, or they actually just wanted to do other things. And so when these things come, when the Lord signed and he signed and separate all those ones, then the angels are going to come and he's going to separate and kill these people. What people? Let's see. Did he separate them because he let the young kids live, or he let the women live? No, everyone that did not do the Lord and hear that song, then there shall know who shall be then they will know that a prophet has been among them. Salakia. To other he said unto my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite, and let not your eyes spare, neither have pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women, and come not near any woman, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. So continuing, the ones that know they're Israelites, they started with them. So this is back to the initial point. This is Slakia. 1 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. For our exhortation was not of deceit, nor of uncleanness, nor of guile. We weren't lying to. We're not showing these, because of flattering, what's it? A kiss of an enemy. Bear with me. It's Proverbs chapter 27. Verse 6. For faithful, I'm going to start at 5. Open rebuke is better than secret love. And faithful means so open, telling the people openly. So not no guy or anything. We're telling straight us what we heard. And we've seen things, we said something. When we've seen the things that were happening, we told you how it was. Through the scriptures, we're not telling us of our own art. And we told and rebuked some men. We told all that stuff. We were doing it for the elect's sake, because the Lord put that on our spirit, if we are the elect. Faithful wounds are the wounds, and that's how we speak in boldly, teaching to people. Faithful wounds are the wounds of a friend, but the kiss of an enemy are deceitful. So the ones that they lie and they put and tell stories. This is from the brother. Oh, you got it. The water you want, Thon. This is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 12. For thus said the Lord, thy bruises is uncurable, and thy wounds are grievous. Salakia. There is none to plead. They seek not. Salakia, this keeps messing up. I'm gonna grab it in here. This is Jeremiah 14. Oh, that's why. And Isaiah. That's why. Come on, this is Jeremiah chapter 30. I don't even have it in this. I don't have it in that Bible. I have it in this one. After, because I want to start up a little bit. This is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 10. Therefore, fear thou not, Salakia, therefore, fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, said the Lord. He asked it, do you not fear? Neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar. They seed from the land of their captivity. Jacob shall return and shall be in rest and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid. So this is the same chapter that's talking about Jacob trouble, a time like no other. But Jacob shall be saved out of it. So we should not have fear. We shall be rejoicing. That's why in that time they said, my servants shall eat, but you shall, the ones that are not with the ones, all these other nations are the ones that are against the elect of the Lord's men. They're going to be fearing. They're going to be crying. For I am with thee, said the Lord, to save thee. Through I make a full end of all nations, whether I have scattered thee. Look what he's doing. Every nation is getting hit. Every nation is getting, look what happened to Hong Kong. They said they have a century, an entire century, they have more water than ever. Not in that whole time, but rainfall throughout all the years since a century. Not all at once. Salakia, how am I saying it? Like, if you do it, this year is the most they ever had in a century. That's what I'm trying to say. But I will correct thee in measure. I will not leave thee altogether unpunished. This is what the Lord said. Because even if he's letting them, their sins go up to the mountains. He's letting them do all that thing because he does not love thee. He chastises our nations and he puts us through all this stuff because he loves. Let's just grab it. And then I finished the brother's precept. I just wanted to start up a little bit. Because that was a beautiful. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 13. For it is a token of his great goodness when a wicked doer are not suffer a long time for with punish. For not as with other nations whom the Lord patiently forbear to punish till they become to the fulfilled fullness of their sins. So he dealt with us. So look what happened. He let the nations do whatever he has, but he's going to punish them within measure of what they're doing. That's why they're going into captivity. But for us, it's going to be greatness. That's what the Lord's going to. We're going to be under let's say, the greatest man that has ever lived on earth. And we're going to be in a righteous kingdom that will never fall. For thus said the Lord, thy bruise is uncurable, thy wounds are grievous. There is none to plead thy cause, mayest be bound up. Thou hast now healing medicine. All thy lovers have forgotten thee, seek thee not. Salakia. For I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy, and with a chastisement of a cruel one, for the multitude of thy iniquities, and because thy sins have increased. So the Lord's punished us in that time. But the Lord is going, even if we had this situation, but I believe this is going into than other nations. But I'm not sure. Any brother on it, because I don't want to misspeak. That's what is confusing me. I believe that's going in. That's why I started up. This is the future glory of our people. But in it switches up. For why criest thou for thy afflictions? Thy sorrow is uncurable for the multitude of thy iniquities. Because thy sin were increased, I have done these things unto thee. Therefore, all they that devour thee, oh yeah, this is talking about our people. See, all the things that happen, that the Lord put us in this situation. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries, even one of them, shall go into captivity. They that spoil thee shall be spoiled, and all the prey upon thee will I give for a prey. So the Lord is going to put these people in captivity. He's going to make all the nations that have did anything to us, all the ones, look at the Saudi Arabia, Ismail. They put us in they call it a trans-Saharan trade thing. When they were making us, they were castrating our people, killing us, putting all matters of evil on us, raping our women, and then castrating the male, and having us be, eunuchs onto watching their women, and the women that they were using of our nation. All of them, they're all going to be punished for all the wrongdoings they did it. And that's why the Lord let their wickedness increase to the mountains, especially Babylon the Great. Because what Esau, Edom has did, they're going to be put into slavery, and they're going to be destroyed off the face of the earth. Because they have not hated blood, blood shall pursue thee. For I restore thy health upon thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, said the Lord, because they called thee a outcast, saying, this is Zion. This is what they said. Let me grab it. This is Lamentations chapter 4, verse 2. This is the gold. How is the gold become dim? How is the most fine gold changed? The stones of thy sanctuary are poured out in the top of every street. So this is what they said. Like, look at the ones that the Lord put forth. This gold, these people, he said, that were above everyone, a holy and separate nation of his people. His people, the ones that look at all the miracles he did for us. He brought us out of Egypt, and we sinned against him. And that's why he said our sins are incubed. That's why he said the whole head is sick. All our nation went out and went off whoring to other gods. So we became the Lord delivered us out of Egypt. He delivered us and gave us the whole the land of Canaan. He did all this stuff that we were shining. But then look what we became. Because of the sin and all that stuff. And all that now we're dim. We don't have a shine. Now we're the lowest of the low. We have all the curses that we're looked at as beasts. The precious sons of Zion, comparable of fine gold, how are they esteemed? Hey, Shalom, Hananiah, Yahbashim al-Shabrakatah. Oh, yeah, Khan. Yeah, I was getting a little confused with the water. Shalom, Gabar. Look at it. Yeah, I'll read it down for you, brother. Shalom Yakamoya, Yahbashim al-Shabrakatah. Be small. This is Shalom Gabar Shaw. And I seen the end of your live. Man, yeah, those guys were definitely sodomites. Yahbashim al-Shabrakatah. And Shalom Hananiah, Yahbashim al-Shabrakatah. And the Shabbat, it was 2 days ago, I believe, brother, like 2 days off. And the new Shabbat is going to be next week. I think that's how it's going, right? On like Friday, the Saturday, like the 14th of evening. How are they esteemed as earthen pitchers, and the works of the hand a potter? So continuing, I'll read it down. For I will restore, this is verse 17. For I will restore the health upon thee, and I will heal thee from thy wounds, said the Lord, because they called thee a outcast, saying, this is Zion, we just left up, whom no man seek after. Thus said the Lord, behold, I will bring again the captivity of Judah's tents, and have mercy on their dwelling places. And the city shall be built upon her heap, and the palace shall remain after the manner thereof. And out of them shall proceed thanksgiving, and a voice of them that make merry. And I will multiply them, and they shall be few, and I will also glorify them, and they shall not be small. We're going to be a giant nation. What is the Lord going to do? Let's grab it. This is Isaiah. Chapter 65, verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire and with a cloud of his chariot to render his anger upon these nations, and his rebuke with flames of fire. So he's coming with these chariots. And when he delivers us, when we're really going to be rejoicing, crying, going into that ceremony, for by fire and by sword will the Lord plead with all flesh. And all the ones that are against it, that's how he's going to plead with them and tell them, these are my people. And the slay of the Lord shall be many. And there they that sanctified themselves and purified themselves in the garden behind one tree in the midst, eating swine flesh, and abominations of the mouth shall be consumed together, said the Lord. For I know thy works and thoughts, but continuing, I will gather the nations in tongues, and they shall come. But Salakia, I'm going to drop down. Actually, it's 66. I'm in 66, that's why, Salakia. This is 65, Salakia. But that's the spirit. This is 65, verse 17. For behold, I created a new heaven and a new earth, and the former shall be remembered no more in mind, but be glad and rejoice forever in that which I created. For behold, I created Jerusalem a rejoicing, her people a joy. And I will rejoice in Jerusalem, a joy of my people. Khan, I am. This is 1 John chapter 3, verse 17. But those have this word good, and see his brother have need, and shudder his bowels of compassion from him, and have dwelt in the land of God and him. This is continuing. And I will rejoice in Jerusalem, and the joy of my people, and the voice of reaping shall be no more heard in her, nor voice of crying. There shall be no more thence an infant in that day, nor a old man that have filled with days. For the children shall die 100 years. And that's how, if they're not doing that, what is that going to create? That is going to be a lot of us. It's going to be so much. What the Lord is going to be doing, we're not going to get old. We're not going to get young. We're going to have everlasting life. He's going to create Jerusalem, and they're going to be that gold again. We're going to be that nation that everyone looks up to and see that this is where righteousness comes. He's going to create. We're not going to cry. He's going to wipe out all our tears. He's going to give us strength. He's going to give us the ability to take our nations and make them the nations and make them do what we want to do. He's going to bring forth slavery onto them. And we're going to build every brother's palace is going to be like a great and massive, like a massive building. It's not going to be too tall, but it's going to be to your liking. So you're going to be rejoicing on what the Lord has did for us. Because this new heaven and new earth, that's going to be the kingdom of heaven. It's going to be the earth ruled by Jacob. And that's why he's going to take that. But the sinner being 100, and they shall build houses and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards and eat their fruit thereof. And so that's why he said, why? Because the Lord put curses on us now. So that's why our womb was incurable, that we were put into slavery and we couldn't do nothing about it because these curses overtake us. What did he say about them? Let's grab that. So I'm back in it. Yeah, I just haven't read Jeremiah, the 30th chapter in a long time, so just going through it, just put it. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28. Verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and do all his commandments and his statutes which I commanded this day, that all the curses shall come upon thee and shall overtake thee. So that's why those wounds were uncurable. They were overtaking us until some man could redeem us. And who that man was is going to be Yahushua in these end times. So back in Isaiah chapter 65, I'm going to finish that. Let me just finish Jeremiah because he has it all on the comment board. Jeremiah, the 30th chapter. Verse 19, and out of them shall proceed thanksgiving and a voice of them that make merry. And I will multiply them, and they shall not be few. And I will also glorify them, and they shall be small. And their children also shall be as aforetime, and their congregation shall be established before me, and I will punish all them that oppress them. And their nobles shall be of themselves their government. So the Lord was going to set forth us. So let's go back to Isaiah chapter 65. Just sorting it out. Verse 22. They shall not build another inhabitant, and they shall not plant them. Meaning they shall not plant another eat. For as the days of trees are the days of my people, and my elect shall long enjoy the works of their hands. We're going to be the nobles of the earth. We're going to be doing all these things. When we tell something wants to be built, like I want to have this tree, and I wanted to grow. Hey, you plant it. We're going to be able to do that. And now, as this, because if you wanted a tree right now, or you wanted to build a house right now in Esau Kingdom, well, you will have to get permits. You have to do it. Make sure that you have the right amount of money, and then you can have the money, you can have that. But Esau says, nah, we don't want that around in our neighborhood. Nah, you can't do that. Well, that's not going to be happening because we're going to be kings. They shall not labor in vain, nor bring forth trouble. For they are the seed of the blessed of the Lord, their offspring with them. And it shall come to pass that before they call, I will answer, and while they are yet speaking, I will hear. Because the Lord hears the prayers of the righteous pierce the clouds. The ones that with the humble, a contrite spirit, they pierce the clouds. The Lord hears it, and He hears it now. So that's why you're seeing a lot of brothers getting entreated. Now you're seeing a lot of them getting food, water, money, tithes, all these things that are happening onto them. And the wolf and the lamb shall feed together, and the lion shall eat straw like a bullock. And dust shall be as a serpent's meat, and they shall not hurt nor destroy any of my holy mountains, said the Lord. So not only we have to worry about no animal is going to be able to attack us, all that stuff, the animals are not going to even be eaten. You see in Esau's kingdom, they say how cruelness of nature. that like a lion sees a lamb or a wolf, they'll devour that shit. If they're hungry, they'll kill it right then and there. No, they're going to all be eating steak. Everything's going to be united. Everything's going to be in line, in order, and now you won't even have to do it. The food in the kingdom of heaven, after all this stuff happens, and we living by the laws, the air and the nutrients is going to be so rich that you might eat something and you be healthy right then and there. Like, you're going to eat something and be full, have all the nutrients, and just feel good. And we won't even need it because we're going to be gods. But continuing in Jeremiah, the 30th chapter, their children also shall be aforetime, their congregation shall be established before me, and I will punish them that oppress them. And their nobles shall be of themselves, and their government. So no other nation is going to rule over the kingdom of Israel. This is James chapter 5, verse 16. Confess your faults one another, and pray for one another, that ye may be healed. Effective, fervent prayer of the righteous man availeth. Yeah, it pierces the clouds. You know, when you have an issue or like something and you need help, there's nothing wrong about, especially tell it to someone, especially you see a man that he's in the Spirit of the Lord, going and speaking onto that man and saying, yeah, this is what I'm struggling with. Do you have anything? Like being sincere, actually, because you have to, let's get into it. You have to, bear with me. This is 2 Corinthians, all right. 2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 5. Because you know, you need help with something, you're struggling with something, you have to, okay, Con. You have to know to speak on to another brother so they can help you in that issue. For examining yourself whether ye be in the faith, prove your own self. Know ye not ourself how Yahushua is in you, except ye be reprobate. So you got to know, like, yeah, I'm not strong enough at this situation, so I'm gonna go into another man, and so he can help me. And I'm not an elder, but then either if I can't fix it, I got to examine myself, that like pray unto the Lord, and I say, and get another counsel from another man and see what we can do. Because we already know that a just man falleth 7 times, but, hey, Shalom, Nakawam, Yahba Shemal Sharbrakatah. I've seen you guys live. I've been catching it. I've been trying to fix my schedule because I got to work night shifts now. And yeah, like, you guys all go in the morning, so I gotta watch later. So at least I'm a lot busy watching brothers' lessons. Be forgetting to even think about mine. Slakia. This is Galatians chapter 6, verse 1. Brethren, if a man be overtaken in fault, ye which are spiritual, so this is what the brothers asking. If a brethren, continuing, let's start over. Galatians chapter 6, verse 1. Brethren, if a man be overtaken in a fault, ye which are spiritual, restore such as one in the spirit of meekness, considering thyself, lest thou also be tempted. So look at that. So restoring such as one in the spirit of meekness. Listen, being obedient unto the Spirit of the Lord, because we still got to follow the command. So, brother, to do something that is off. We have to listen. Offering and need help, and you are able to help them, then that's what you got to do. Considering thyself, lest thou also be tempted. 144. Because what if you going through it, it's like, man, that guy bugging. And the Lord will put you, because this is what happens. We used to have a brother, he was in one of my accounts, he was a dick rider. Every time he would put forth something, he's like, oh, you going off, or you doing that, he being super nitpicky. The Lord would have it right after that he'll go off. Right after do the same situation that he's rebuking you for, nitpicking you for, even if you're confessing into it. Like, because, you don't want to tell, if a man is, you can tell a difference. Like, you might tell to another brother, and he used that to a weapon against you. Well, no, you don't need to be like that. You got to understand, because that... I hope you didn't say nothing or the Lord's going to kill you. Verse 2, bear ye one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of Amashiach. Because we got to be brotherly love. How do you know when... let me grab this from the brother Nakawam. This is Romans chapter 15, verse 1. When then that are strong ought to bear the infirmities of the weak. Yeah, so you know that the Lord put you in that situation and you kind of conquered it more than that, brother. Some people, it's brothers that they're stronger. They can be around women and not go off around the Shabbat, which I recommend if you have problem with women, don't be around women on the Shabbat, especially ones that you feel it. Yeah, but a man that's stronger, he can give you advice what you should do, what you should do. When then that are Salakia, when thou art strong, ought to bear the infirmities of the weak. A person that, all right, he needs help with it. He needs help with a diet. You go to that strong man that he's good in a diet. He tells you what you should do, what workout you do. I look at the brother Nakawam. If any brother wants to get in shape and live clean, that brother he doesn't drink through all that stuff. So you got to be into a spirit of a brother that's stronger, older than you in the spirit, older than that thing. And he's going to help you. He's going to be able to help you bear those burdens. Verse 2, bear ye one another's burdens. This is Galatians, by the way, verse 2. So fulfill the law of Amashiach, because that's showing brotherly love. How do you know?
So you know that white number thing, like this, right? White number.
This is John chapter. I forgot I don't have. I always forget that I don't have this piece. This is John chapter. Chapter 13, verse 34. This is the commandment. 13, verse 34. A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another, as I have loved you, that ye also love one another. And you see, when you loved your brother, like imagine a family member, they're struggling with something, you just don't throw away, or your family member, like, man, fuck you, man, get away from me. No, you see his family member, you're gonna man, I'm gonna see if I can help it. And not helping it, like, let it happen. Oh, I'm just gonna let you have it. That's not showing love. By showing love, his open rebuke is as secret love. Saying like, brother, this is what you need to do. You need to do it, and keep telling as much as you can until you know that he ain't listening. If he's not listening and it's the same thing over and over, then you know that he just actually loves you, because the ones that love you will also listening to you. But love one another. By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if ye have loved one another. That's how you know. And so you got to bear these things. A brother might need help. Like, brother, I have like an anchoring to eat pork. That's a bad thing, example. But it's like, brother, go on fast. Pray. If I can, I pray with you. Go on a fast with you. Doing all these things, anything you can help. Until the Spirit speaks to you that, maybe it won't. But you got to listen to the brother first. You got to see what he's talking about. For if a man think himself to be something, because this is what happens. They're just like, man, you talking to me? Man, I'm great. Like, man, why are you talking? Go someone lower than me. I'm too high for you. Were you talking to me? I'm an elder. I'm doing all that stuff. No, if you think yourself to be something when he is nothing, he's deceiving himself. But let every man prove his own work. And so how do we prove our work? By feeding the sheep, by helping brothers. That's what the Lord likes. That he likes, look at what he said. This is Corinthians. First Corinthians chapter 13, verse 1. Though I speak with tongues of men and of angels and have not charity, I have become a sounding of brass and a tinkling chidbin. I always pronounce it incorrectly. See, you know how people are scared when they keep crossing the street so they don't have to pass you, so they go right there. Yeah, demons. Charity, what does that mean? Although I have the gift of prophecy and understanding all mystery and all knowledge, and though I have all faith so that I remove mountains and have not charity, I am nothing. So if you don't have brotherly love, you don't have that ability to care about the flock. Because if a shepherd, they're personally thinking about the flock. They see one sick, it's like, what can I do? What can I do to defend him? What can I do to help that? Doing all that person, because you can be the greatest breakdown artist on earth. You can be flying. Well, you're not going to be flying. The Lord's not going to give a spirit power to some selfish ass nigga. But if you can do all these things, but if you do not have charity, brotherly love, doing what you need for to help a brother, then you are nothing. And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, you might feed in the poor. But why? What is these? What is the poor of the Lord matters? The ones that are doing His word, the ones that believe on Him. You might be feeding them, but you donate to Build-A-Bear program. Well, you know that most of that money is going to a bunch of Edomites, so they can. Non-profits make more money. CEOs make more money than any other CEO. So you're just giving your money on to Edomite. Or are you saying, I'm going to go and sit and go to a soup kitchen? Or no, it doesn't matter. Though I give my body to be burnt and have not charity, it profit me nothing. Because who wants to be around? This is a family business. And you don't care about family, you don't care about your fellow Israelite, then you're not going to be a part of it. Because what is that going to do? Then you don't care about family. If you don't care, that means you're showing self-hatred. You like something or exhortation. This is from the brother Nakawam. This is Sirach chapter 19, verse 24. He that have small understanding and fear of God. So you can know 3 or 4 precepts, 1 precept, but you're fervent. You're going out. You're doing as much as you can, but fearing Yahweh Shai, fearing Him, knowing that the Lord, oh man, I need help. Because that's what you do when you feel the Lord. To the Lord, you always cast your burdens upon the Lord. And if you have the ability, you fear that you're going to start fearing, the help the Lord's elect. So He's in need, I'm going to help because you fear the Lord. It's better than one that have much wisdom and transgresses the law of the Most High. The ones that have, that one that have much wisdom, so they can know every precept, they know every breakdown. They high up, they go a grand poobah, elder, but they're not doing nothing for the flock. They're not doing anything. They're just about them. Like you know that one Jake that you can't. You struggling and all that stuff. They never help out. They never have no money to put toward or even give conversation. They always busy for some reason. And then as soon as you get out of camp, right out of camp, they go straight home. They just go straight home. Never actually caring about the flock. Just trying to I'm just going to do my work and get it. Even the camp. When that's a telltale sign. Transgressing the law, because they only doing that because they're doing something on the at the end of the line, they're not doing they're doing something off in the spirit. But we're supposed to bear one another brothers. Let me finish this and because what if the Lord had that same mindset? Well, I'm going to end off with that. Slucky, where was I about to go? Man, my mind just went big. So, Nakawam, are you still on this? Nakawam, do you know, was a spiritual man knoweth when he falls? Do you know where that scripture is? I forgot where it is. Yeah, brother, I'm gonna put, I'm gonna put my, just comment right after this. Just comment on one of my videos, and then I put my number on it. Like, just comment on like anyone, like the one from tomorrow, or the one from yesterday, or the day before. Just go on the comment board and comment on it, and I put my number down for it. Khan, the Wada King. I think it is. It's something else, but I can't remember how it goes. It goes something like that. I think I read it in the GMT. This is Sirach chapter 21, verse 7. Eloquent man is known far and near, but a man of understanding knoweth when he slippeth. Oh yeah, I think that is. Yeah. So eloquent man. It's like one scripture above two. Let me grab it. See, and that's an example of like brotherly love. Like, see, okay, because we're not going to know everything. But we have brothers that show brotherly love and showing they always helping. See, because a lot of the people that are bushmen, they be on it and they wait, oh, he's falling. Hell yeah, rejoicing and all that stuff. But a brother's like, when a brother is struggling with something, he's going to help. He's going to do as much as he can to help, because that's what you want to do. That's what you want. Do as to others as you want them to do to you. That's what the Lord's preaching. Yeah, that's it. An eloquent man is known far and near. Someone that has an eloquent. Let's get what that means. Eloquent. An eloquent means like how do you carry yourself, but let's just get it all of it, or fluent or persuasive in speaking or writing, clearly expressive in indicating something. But elegant, so you understand, he's known far or near. He knows what he needs. So you need something, you're clearly expressing it. And eloquent also goes into something else too. When someone is called eloquent, let's do that as a verb, as a adjective. Outspoken, fluent, well-spoken, expressive. That's what eloquent means. Those are synonyms of it. It's known far and near. But a man of understanding, knowing when he slips. Those humble people, they know, even if they're not as well, when they slip, they're going to ask for help. They're going to do as much as possible, because that's what's going to happen. They know that they need help. I'm sorry, what is that? I ain't worried. You can, if you want to put it, you can put your number. And I just put it in and text you. I just don't want to do it because I have like bushmen. And like I already have like a person that comments on my videos and talks shit all the time. So I don't want him to get my number and then he's just talking shit. So you can, if you want, you can put it on here and then I end off. Come on. Yeah, I just wait for that, and also I'm gonna end off. So, but I'm gonna wait for you to put it on there. But with that, I want to give all glory, honors, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakwadash, the water Yah, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakwadash, and double honors to the ones that's doing this work. So the water Yah, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, and but whenever it comes on, let me see if it's on here, cause I have my phone. We're just waiting for the brother. Salakia. I don't think it comes up. Probably. Maybe it doesn't come up. It's just waiting. Yeah, it probably is for like safety concerns. So all right, just comment on one of my videos and do it. Or I do that. All right, con. Eight, 3, 0, 1. Con. Yeah, so I got it, King. So, Lord willing, I text you. I'll just send it right now. And then, so with that, Kings, Shalom. But just Shalom. Shalom, Asukal, Yabashima Suraka.